What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks, get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitcher fantasy score, pitches thrown, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit today, up to $100. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks today, guys. And if you are getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages. That's linked below in the description. Patreon.com/KJK_DFS. And if you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Last thing I'll mention is on the premium, I am going to be launching an all sports package on the 1st of the month of July. I know a lot of people are really excited about that. Right now, I don't have the all sports package. There's a lot of people that want access to all sports, so that will be added. You'll get access to all my core plays for each sport, each website, all my tools, my Discord, all of that fun stuff. That's going to be a VIP package, so that's going to be a fun one. I'm going to be launching that on the 1st of July, so let's talk about it. Got 5 picks for you as always. We'll go game by game as we always do. And the first game I want to talk about is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Atlanta Braves. And I like both the pitching options in this game. Both are phenomenal. We'll kick things off with the away pitcher in Charlie Morton. And we're going to be targeting his strikeouts. The strikeouts have really ticked back up for him after kind of struggling for a little bit there to rack up the Ks. But he's still got elite strikeout stuff. 28% K rate overall with a 12% swinging strike rate. Really good ground ball, fly ball stuff. Good hard contact stuff, which is keep him in the game longer. 24.9% K rate against righties and a 31.5% K rate against lefties. So his K mark actually does tick up against those left-handed bats. So sometimes when it's a right-handed pitcher on the mound, we don't really want the lefties in the lineup, but there's sometimes where we're going to welcome them, and Charlie Morton is definitely one of those situations. We definitely don't mind the lefties. And we're going to be taking the over 6.5 strikeouts for him. This is going to be pick number 1. I like this. Like I said, the strikeouts have been really racking back up. Looking at his game logs as far as what he's been doing as of late, last 4 times out, he's hit the over on this. 8, 12, 9, and 11 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, 4 straight, which is a really big deal for him because early on in the season, he was really struggling to find that strikeout pitch that he typically has throughout his career. The pitch count's way up, 98, 102, 94, 105, so he should be out there for plenty of ball game. He has plenty of leash, and there's plenty of strikeouts to go around in this Philadelphia lineup as well. Looking at their lineup up and down, once again, there are quite a few lefties in here, which is not an issue when it comes to Mr. Charlie Morton. Bryce Harper is hurt, which is a little bit of a, upgrade. Maybe he wouldn't even be a bad option to have in the lineup against Morton in this spot, but regardless, with him being hurt, it's a very less talented lineup. There's a ton of strikeouts, man. Started from the bottom up with Moniak, 37%, 21, 24, 16, 21, 16, 22, 26, and 27% as far as K rate's concerned in this lineup. So a lot of strikeouts to be had up and down. Charlie Morton has a long leash. He's easily been racking up 7 strikeouts. Really like this pick for pick number 1 here on the video today. Going to take the over 6.5 strikeouts for Charlie Morton and run it back on the other side. I like the pitcher fantasy score for Zach Wheeler. It seems like we're targeting Zach Wheeler's pitcher fantasy score every time he takes the bump, and I really don't understand this one. The Atlanta Braves have a really talented lineup, but Zach Wheeler's still a 120 favorite. The Braves only have a 3.65 implied total. You look at Zach Wheeler's underlying metrics as far as how good he is. He's just really, really good in all categories. 28.9% K rate overall. He doesn't walk anyone. He has a great swinging strike rate. Doesn't give up a lot of hard contact. Great ground ball, fly ball ratios. A 331 slugging it up to righties. That's really good with only a 22.5% hard contact rate to go along with a 29.3% K rate against those righties. Also a 28.5% K rate against lefties. Also only a 24.2% hard contact rate against those lefties. So Wheeler is the full deal. I expect him to score 40-plus pitcher fantasy score anytime he takes the bump. I mean, they've got a strikeout prop all the way up to 7 strikeouts, and then you look at the pitcher fantasy score, only 36.5. Don't quite understand it. We'll gladly take the over here. Love this. I expect him to score 40-plus every time he takes the bump. You look at the scoring chart, how this works. You get the 6 points for a win, which he's expected to get the win here. 4 points for quality start. That's if you go 6 innings or more and allow 3 earned runs or less. Expected to get that here. -3 for each earned run, but then you get 3 points for every strikeout, 1 point for every out. I mean, he has a 7 strikeout prop. If he's able to rack up those strikeouts, that's an automatic 21 to go along with how deep he goes in the ballgame, to go along with the quality start. Even if he gets up some runs, the quality start will immediately take away, 1.1% of those, or 1.1 of those runs, because you get the 4 points. So Zach Wheeler, just an absolute smash spot here as far as I'm concerned. 36.5 pitcher fantasy score. With how good he does limiting hard contact, it doesn't concern me that the Braves have some power, and the Braves strike out a ton. I mean, you look at their strikeout rates up and down, starting at the bottom with Harris 21, 31, 29, 24, 21, 26, 18, 25, and 26. So they have a lot of talent in this lineup, but they also have a lot of strikeouts. Wheeler limits hard contact, and 36.5 pitcher fantasy score. I don't get it, man. Absolute smash spot. Looking at his recent performances, I think he's had a couple down games the last few times out, but it doesn't really bother me. Last time out, 99 pitches, 4.1 innings pitched, so he just wasn't really efficient with his pitches. Still got 8 strikeouts in that game, though. And then at times 486 pitches, gave up 1 run, 7 innings pitched. But then in time before 98, 99, 101. I mean, that's what he does. He goes 6+ innings. He pitches right around 100 pitches. He racks up the strikeouts and he limits hard contact and doesn't give a lot of runs. So, a bit of a head scratcher when I saw this pitcher fantasy score. I'll gladly take it. I get the talent of Atlanta. I just simply don't care. He should be up there at 38.5. He should be up there at 39.5. Wouldn't be surprised in the least to see him get a bump throughout the day. Pick number 2, we're going to be rocking with the over 36.5 pitcher fantasy score for Zach Wheeler on this video today. Pick number 3, we're going to be headed down to the San Diego Padres taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks in the late game. 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time in Arizona. This game comes with a 7.5 over-under. Expected to be a pitcher's duel, and I want to be targeting both of these pitchers as well. Once again, we will be targeting the strikeout prop with the pitcher fantasy score with both these guys, probably expect to go head-to-head. Not really sure who's going to get the win. I want to stay away from the pitcher fantasy score, but I do want to target the strikeouts here. So we'll start with the away pitcher in Sean Manaea. He gets to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. He has good strikeout stuff across the board. You look at his numbers, Sean Manaea, he has a 25.7% K rate overall with a 12.5% swinging strike rate, 24.4% K rate against righties, and a 29.5% K rate against lefties. And he gets to take on an Arizona Diamondbacks squad that currently is striking out the 7th most against left-handed pitching. And it's definitely a spot that I want to be targeting for him as far as the strikeouts. He actually just barely took on this opponent, as did Zach Gallen. So they're just running it back, pitching against them again. You can see how Sean Manaea last time out, he did rack up 6 strikeouts. So this literally just happened. 95 pitches, he went 6 innings pitched. He gave up 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. I'm expecting more of the same here at his line set at 5.5. So I will be taking the over 5.5 strikeouts here for Sean Manaea. Good swinging strike rate stuff, good strikeout stuff. He has the long leash. And the Arizona Diamondbacks strike out a bunch against left-handed pitching. I mean, you look at their strikeout rates up and down. It's not exactly the worst lineup in the world from strikeout rate, but, I mean, Sean Manaea is that good of a talent, and the guys that do have a high enough strikeout rate, we could certainly take advantage of, because there's certainly a couple of really high strikeout guys. Starting from the bottom up with Perdomo, 19, 36, 16, 16, 40, 15, 12, 22, 28. So, some low strikeout guys mixed in there to go along with some really heavy strikeout guys. 5.5 lines, very reasonable, though. It's not like it's 6.5, 7.5 or anything for Manaea, so I still do like it. The strikeout rate's there. And once again, we don't have to worry about if he gets the quality start, the win, all that stuff. We're just going to be rocking with the strikeouts in this game. So Sean Manaea, I like the over 5.5 strikeouts for him. Pick number 3 and pick number 4, we're going to be running it right back on the other side with Zach Gallen. Once again, just took on this opponent, San Diego Padres. There's no more Tatis. There's no more Manny Machado. Their lineup's really banged up. He just absolutely dominated this lineup, and I'm expecting more of the same in this performance. He struck out 11, I believe. Yeah, 11 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched on 115 pitches. He, once again, will get up there over 100 pitches. He does have good strikeout stuff as well. You look at his strikeout stuff across the board as far as Zach Gallen. He has a 25.8% K rate overall, 28.2% K rate against righties, and a 23.5% K rate against lefties. So, do prefer to target very right-handed heavy lineups if at all possible with the Gallen. He just has better strikeout rates against those righties, and when you're looking at the Padres on up and down, they're not exactly right-handed heavy, but once again, with the injuries to Machado, Tatis, there's definitely some less talented hitters in here. And once again, he just went out there and showed that he can strike out a bunch of guys against this lineup, so it's not like we haven't already been proven that that's the case. And he comes in, as far as the strikeout rates with these Padres lineup, this matchup, from the bottom up with Azakar, 25, 17, 23, 22, 13, 17, 33, 15, and 16, so especially once you get down to the bottom of the lineup, that's where you can rack up the strikeouts. The top of the lineup's not the most strikeout-heavy guys, but heavy pitch count. And once again, it's not like the line's not 6.5. I mean, the 5.5 line's what's selling it for me for both these guys. So we're glad to take the over 5.5 here for Zach Gallen. 100+ pitches, good strikeout stuff. Lineup that's not the strongest. Same for Manaea. I think the 6 strikeouts is very reasonable for them to get. And that will be pick number 4. And pick number 5, we're going to be going down to the last game. It's going to be Robbie Ray taking on the Baltimore Orioles. He comes in as a 179 favorite, and once again, we will be targeting the strikeouts here. He gets to take on a Baltimore Orioles squad that when you're looking at their lineup, they are the 2nd worst in the league when it comes to strikeout rate against left-handed pitching. So lots of strikeouts to be had. Robbie Ray, That's what Robbie Ray does. He gets those strikeouts. I mean, elite swinging strike rate stuff. He's got good strikeout stuff. He comes in with a 30.1% K rate overall, 15.4% swinging strike rate. That's second on the slate only to Clayton Kershaw. 29.7% K rate against righties and a 31.9% K rate against lefties. So pushing 30+% to each side of the plate. That's what you're looking for when you're targeting strikeout guys that are in the elite range, 6.5 plus. And he supplies us with that. And I'm not afraid to target the 6.5 line. I'll be taking the over. When you look at the Baltimore Orioles lineup up and down as far as their strikeout rate, once again, they do strike out a lot against left-handed pitching. But from an individual bat aspect, we always got to make sure, because throughout the entire season, these lineups can change. Orioles lineup, though, hasn't changed much, man. There's a lot of strikeouts in this thing. Starting from the bottom with a Rouse, 22.9% K rate overall, 32, 32, 20, 26, 25, 28, 19, and 17 at the top. So the two guys at the top have a below 20% K rate, but then once you get past them, every other guy in the lineup has a 20+% K rate and a lot heavier than 20%. So Robbie Ray with his elite swing strike rate stuff, with his pitch count as well. Once again, he's a guy that does have a long leash. We're always looking for that. We need the most opportunity to strike out these guys. 94, 102, 93, 98, the last 1, 2, 3, 4. You look at the strikeouts. 6, 10, 4, 3, 6. He's had some really low strikeout games in there, but keep in mind, Houston, Boston, not exactly the most ideal opponents from the strikeout rate. Boston's lineup starting to tick up in strikeout rate, but Oakland and LA, I will say, have been pretty ideal from a strikeout rate. He let us down last time out if you would have targeted the K-prop with him. So you can make an argument for pitcher fantasy score. Robbie Ray has a tendency of giving up hard contact, though, and that's kind of where my issue is with the pitcher fantasy score. I just think that there's a possibility of him not hitting the fantasy score, but actually hitting his strikeouts, believe it or not, getting 6+ or 7+ strikeouts. So for me, maybe he doesn't have the most efficient of outings, but he still strikes out 7 through like 4 innings. That's definitely possible with Robbie Ray. He's that kind of pitcher. So I do lean the strikeouts. And that's going to be my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out Prizepicks, check them out today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. And once again, if you want to check out the premium content packages, you can. I will have a bunch of good stuff launching on July 1st, though, so be ready for that. I know there's a bunch of people waiting around for that all-sports package, so I am working hard to get that in motion. You'll have an exclusive Discord as well. I'm also going to have an exclusive Discord, kind of an upper all-star range for both MLB and WNBA, if you just prefer to target one of those sports. But I can promise you the all-sports package is going to be the best value, so excited for that. Wish you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks props tonight, guys, and we will see you in the next one.